وعن الحسن قالت فان.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. وعن الحسن العلم علمان، فعلم القلب فذاك علم نافع، وعلم على اللسان ذاك حجة الله عز وجل على ابن آدم. رواه الترمذي.
Okay, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Interesting hadith we got between two. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. نحمده ونصلي على رسوله الكريم. وعن الحسن قال العلم علمان، فعلم في القلب فذاك العلم النافع، وعلم على اللسان فلذلك حجة الله عز وجل على ابن آدم. رواه الترمذي. Now, right, the authority of as Hassan, and we discussed this before. Normally, when you get the word Hassan, and it's referred to as Hassan al-Basri was a tabi, would mean make it a mursal riwayat. Right? He said, al-ilmu ilmani, knowledge is of two types, right? Right? فَعِلْمٌ فِي الْقَلْبِ, one is the knowledge that is in the heart. It goes to the depths of the heart. It's not just a surface thing, right? فَالْعِلْمُ فِي الْقَلْبِ فَذَاكَ الْعِلْمُ النَّافِعُ, that is a knowledge which is beneficial, right? Then ilmun ala lisani, the second one is that knowledge that only goes onto the tongue. فَذَلِكَ حُجَّةُ اللَّهِ عَزَّ وَجَلَّ عَلَى ابْنِ Adam. Then that is the one which is a proof, Allah Ta'ala's proof on Ibn Adam. So you see, as Hazrat Basiri, he says knowledge is of two types. One is what we say, zahir knowledge, external knowledge. And one is batin knowledge, internal knowledge. So to be successful, you need both of them. There's a link between them two. The two are inseparable. They are not something that can exist, that if it exists on its own, it will be beneficial. So when we speak about the knowledge of the heart, it refers to that one which illuminates the heart and it gives birth to amal. So when the knowledge, it goes into the heart and it manifests itself in the form of amal, then that is what we term as ilmun nafi', right? Then the other one, which is called amalul bawatini' or ilmul batini' or mukashafa, right? So this refers to that one. Two explanations. One is it could mean that knowledge which is a mere accumulation of facts. It does not result in a'mal. So you're just learning this is permissible, this is halal, this is haram, this is makruh tanzih, this is makruh tahrimi, but you are not practicing upon it. So that will be, so that we're saying, فَذَلِكَ حُجَّةُ اللَّهِ عَزَّ وَجَلَّ. That is the proof of Allah Ta'ala, that you knew this was faraz, you knew this was haram, you knew this was halal, etc., but you did not practice, right? That's one explanation of that. And the other explanation is this, yeah, that this relate to the amal of the external. But the preferred explanation is that one which does not give birth, it does not manifest itself. Like how, if you go to the big universities, Oxford University, Harvard University, etc., there they have professors, etc., that study Islamic knowledge also. They can read Arabic. They can even read bad Arabic. They know the Arabic laws. Nahwa serves better than you and I. They can read the Quran. They can make tafsir of the Quran, etc. But do they practice upon it? Do they believe in it? No. It's only on the tongue. It is not in the heart, right? So it doesn't have effect on the heart, neither does it have effect on the body. So this is the ones that prove that you knew what was right. You knew what was right. You knew what was wrong, but you did not practice. So there will be a proof against you on Qiyamah Day. Allah Ta'ala give us, that's why Nabi Sallallahu taught us in the hadith also to ask for ilmun nafi'. And I said ilmun nafi' refers to that knowledge which gives birth, gives rise to amal. Read the next one. Right, interesting hadith. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. وعن أبي هريرة قال حفظت من رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم وعيني. Abu Huraira radiallahu ta'ala said, I memorized from Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam two knowledges, two types of knowledge. We are referring almost like a bag, but means two different knowledges. فأما أحدهما فبثت فبثته فيكم. As for the one knowledge, I shared it with you. I told you that as Abu Huraira, if you look at all the treasure of hadith, as Abu Huraira radiallahu ta'ala narrated close to 5,000 hadith. So that I shared with you, I gave it to you. And I told you also, if you look at all the hadith of the Abu Huraira, save about 3 or 4, all of them have got separate narrations corroborating what Abu Huraira said. وَأَمَّا الْآخَرُ, but there's another knowledge that Allah Ta'ala, that Nabi Sallallahu gave me. There's a knowledge, فَلَوْ بَثَتُّهُ قُطِئَ هَذَا الْبَلْعُومِ. If I to give you this, then you see this throat here, the trachea here, it will be cut off. It is such a dangerous knowledge. يعني مجرى الطعام, بلعوم means this place where the food goes down, like how, like even in, like when you're a show person, you might like this thing, I'll kill you, I'll cut your neck, like that, like this will be happen. Rawah al-Bukhari, Imam Bukhari narrates this particular riwayat. So the hadith is pretty simple. So one knowledge is that which we got, which we read, like in the hadith, etc., etc. So ulama explain what it means is one is the knowledge, like what you read, one is what you study. The other one is the knowledge of the arifin. When you speak about the arifin, man alima, man amila bima alima, Allah ilma ma lam ya'lam. When you practice upon that, what you know, Allah Ta'ala will give you knowledge that you do not know. And there was another hadith we done. So, like I told you, we done this hadith also before. لكل لكل آية ظاهر وباطن. It's for every knowledge, the external, that which comes to your mind, and then it's also a internal, that which only the special servants of Allah Ta'ala know. Remember? Then the preferred explanation is this, that here he's speaking about the fitan that will come. And we, alhamdulillah, within a day or so, we'll also be starting Kitabul Fitan. The trials and the tribulations that will emanate from the different people. The different rulers will come. It's making reference to, like Jamal, Sifin, and the rulership of Muawiyah, Ali, the differences that happened between them, and his son Yazid, what happened in Karbala, all that type of things. So, in other words, if the Nabi already told me who will be the person who will be instrumental, will be causing the insurrections, infractions, all that type of thing. So, if I have to expose these people, then they will kill me. Interesting. Remember the first hadith with al-hadith Jibreel. أن تلد الأمة ربتها. أن تلد الأمة ربتها. That one of the signs of Qiyamah is this, that a slave girl will give a birth to her master. Remember? So as Abu Huraira radiallahu ta'ala always make this dua, I say, Ya Allah ta'ala, take me away from this dunya before the manifestation of this hadith. Take me away from this dunya before the slaves will rule this world. And it's mentioned that Allah Ta'ala took him away before all this fitna took place. That the fitna that will come, that we're going to discuss, as Abu Huraira knew exactly who, what, Nabi Sallam gave all the details, who will be the cause of the different fitnas that will come, or the different fitna that will affect the ummah. Basattuhu, basta yabuthu means to spread out. Bal'um, hulukum comes also like hulukum, means throat. Read the next hadith.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. عن مجاهد رضي الله عنه قال: يا أيها الناس من علم شيئا ليقل به ومن لم يعلم فليقل. الله تعالى لنبيه: ما أسألكم عليه من أجر وما أنا من المتكلفين.
Interesting hadith here. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. وعن عبد الله قال يا أيها الناس من علم شيئا فليقل به. That person who knows something, you know, somebody asks you a question, you know the answer, then you can give the answer. In fact, not only should we say can you give the answer, you should give the answer. It is your duty to give the answer. Remember we learned hadith. من علم that ألجم بلجام من النار, that somebody needs some information, they want a masla of deen, and you're the only person who know it, and nobody else knows that answer, and out of spite, you conceal that knowledge, you don't want to share that knowledge with anybody, what will happen? You will be made to wear a bridle of fire on Qiyamah Day. So not only we say it's permissible for you to share that knowledge, but it is your duty to share that knowledge. It is your duty. So, man alima shay'an falyaqulu bihi. So people are looking for, like, you know, sometimes, you know, somebody gets sick, they'll say, any doctor here? We got a doctor here, or maybe in a masjid or something. Somebody got sick, somebody collapsed. Say, doctor here, please, we need a doctor. This person is sick. The other doctor is keeping quiet. He's sitting in the corner. He's making tawazu. He's making humility. No, I don't want to show off I'm a doctor. I don't want to show off I'm a humble person. So at times you need to say. At times you need to say, okay, yes, I know the Muslim. I always give it an example. You know, when you, Mullah Ishaq was telling us also yesterday, that just wearing the ihram doesn't mean you're in ihram. Oh, like, you know, the masla of ihram is very similar to the masla of salah. You must, when you make the takbir, first you make intention, and even for the ladies also, first you make intention, Ya Allah, I'm tying the ihram for umrah, I'm tying the ihram for Hajj, whatever. Then you say Allah Akbar. Sorry, you make intention for Salah. You say Allah Akbar, then you enter the Salah. Just by intending Salah, you don't enter Salah. Or just making by takbir, you don't enter Salah. You need both. You need the intention and you need the what? The takbir. So ihram is very similar. You need to, you make the intention of ihram and you say labbaik, 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 Allahumma labbaik. Then you enter. So Prophet Rahman says, he gives the example, you know, when you go from Medina to Makkah, you go to Bir Ali. So there's a mosque there that way on the Mishkaat. So many that's where you put your ihram on. So he said, what happened? He came there. There was a time of salah, but he didn't make intention as yet. So he was going to read his salah, but he had his ihram cloth on him. He had his ihram cloth on him. So he put on his topi and he was reading salah because he haven't entered ihram as yet. Just wearing the cloth doesn't mean you're in ihram. Just wearing the cloth. So he put his topi on and he was reading salah. So one Arab guy comes to me, hey, you in ihram, you can't cover your ear. How can you cover your ear? So he said, look here, I've worn the ihram clothes, but I'm not in ihram as yet. Like, you know, I never make intention. After salah, I'm the salah and the sunnah to cover your ear. So while I've got the clothes on, I'm wearing my topi, I'm speaking in Arabic, but I'll wear my topi afterwards. So this person say, no, you can't wear your topi in ihram. You know, it is part of your ihram. You can't cover. So he tried to explain him. This guy's not listening. So eventually he said, look here, Me, I know what I'm talking. Say Arabic. Say I know. You know me. I teach Bukhari Shareef. I'm an alim of Deen. I know what I'm talking about. Just listen to me. Don't tell me what to do. Then the guy kept quiet. You see. So what I'm saying is, you don't go around saying me. I'm Rashid Talika. I'm student of Wanda Rashid. You know, I'm an alim of Deen. Whatever. You don't show off. But at times you need to say like maybe there's a dispute, two people are discussing something, and the one is insisting, and you explain this is the masla. You don't want to accept. See, look here, I know what I'm talking about. I studied Hidayah Shareef, I studied Mishkaat Shareef, I studied Bukhari Shareef, and I'm telling you this is how it is. So sometimes you need to assert your authority. Sometimes you need to assert your authority when people want to take the chance and they don't want to listen to you. Then you need to assert your authority. So same thing. Man alima shay'an. So you know what it is. You must say it. Don't be shy, especially when there's nobody else to say it. A new fitna is cropped up in the town. People are doing funny things. They may be just simple example. They become extravagant in their weddings, or they're having extravagant birthday parties or whatever. Nobody wants to say anything. Everybody maybe is coming from certain people where people are afraid of them. You know, they are rich people. So hadith is clear. You must assert your authority. I'm an alim of deen. I studied. I know what is right. I know what is wrong. And this is not permissible. So speak up. So speak up. Don't be shy. Then you don't make the wild, oh no, I'm I'm not the alim, I'm a humble person, I'm a student of deen. No, no, no. That time you must speak up. So من علم شيئا فليقل به ومن لم يعلم فليقل الله أعلم. And then when you don't know anything, then you must also act like you know. You don't know the masala. Somebody going to ask you something. What is this masala? Yeah, I'm not sure. So oh, now it will be bad if I say I don't know what the masala is. I'm shy to say. So this person will just shoot from the hip, say, Maaf, I'm not sure about this here. I'll check it up and I'll get back to you. I will check it up and I'll get back to you. So it was mentioned that I think it was in the majlis of Imam Malik, rahimahullah ta'ala. He was asked several questions, like the people, and most of the questions said, La adri, I don't know. I don't know. Finish, I don't know. So don't feel shy to say you don't know. Don't feel shy to say that, look, yeah, I'm not sure, Maaf, I'm not sure about this person here. I will check it up. I'll get back to you. I'll speak to my seniors. If I got no seniors, I'll speak to my colleagues. I'll consult with them and I'll refer to them and I'll get back to you. But right now, if I don't give you an answer, I'll be shooting from the hip. So let me get back to you. So وَمَنْ لَمْ يَعْلَمْ فَلْيَقُلْ اللَّهُ أَعْلَمُ فَإِنَّ مِنَ الْعِلْمِ أَنْ يَقُولَ لِمَا لَا تَعْلَمْ اللَّهُ أَعْلَمُ. And verily from knowledge is that you will say for that which you do not know, that Allah Ta'ala knows best. How many times when we study the hadith, we see the Sahaba Ikram say, Allah wa Rasulu A'lam, Allah wa Rasulu A'lam. And even you see, if you look even when normally with our ulama, the issue fatawa, etc., they will say there, this is our answer, but Allah A'lamu bis-sawab. Allah Ta'ala knows best, right? So فإن من العلم أن تقول لما لا تعلم الله أعلم. قال الله تعالى لنبيه قل ما أسألكم عليه من أجر وما أنا من المتكلفين. So Allah Ta'ala says to his Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam, or he instructs his Nabi, say to the people, ما أسألكم عليه من أجر. I do not ask you for any type of remuneration. So from this also you learn an easy way to differentiate, to discern between who are the sincere people and who are the insincere people is who wants to take remuneration for everything. I told you this is a separate masla. We say obviously if you look at the original Hanafi madhab, it's a famous masla called al-isti'jaru ala ta'ati. Right? Al-isti'jaru ala ta'ati, to take any type of compensation for doing any type of dini work. In the original Hanafi madhab, that was not permissible. But because there's no Baitul Mal, ulama have now permitted it as a separate masala. But here, every small thing you want to do, you want to issue a fatwa, you want to charge so much, or you done some dini favor for somebody, or some dini work, now they must, you expect some type of remuneration from them, right? وَمَا أَنَا مِنَ الْمُتَّكَلِّفِينَ. And I'm not from the ones who are taken to pretense. So that was like, this is the relevance of this here is that if you do not know the answer, somebody asks you something, be frank, forthright. Maaf, I don't know, I'm not sure. Is this hadith authentic? I'm not sure. Is this permissible? I'm not sure. I'll check up with you. You don't have to pretend and say, oh, I'm not sure. there's ikhtilaf in this masla. It could some ulama say it's permissible, some you don't know the answer, but you're shooting from them. So don't be from the pretenders. Say straight. Say straight. Look, I'm not sure. Right, read the next one. Loud. Right, very interesting statement of Ibn Sirin here and very, very relevant. What Ibn Sirin? Ibn Sirin was he's more famed, known for his dream interpretation. He was a master. In fact, he got a book, Ta'bir Ru'ya, interpretation of dreams. He said, قال إن هذا العلم دين. That look at this knowledge is actually your deen. I mean, deen is the knowledge you practice upon. فانظروا أما تأخذوا دينكم. So look, be careful from who you take your deen. Otherwise, do not take your deen from every Tom, Dick, and Harry, Afrikaans, from elke Jan Rap and sy maat. You must take your deen from authentic ulama. So I tell you, especially in today's day and age, when what social media, anybody comes, acts like a sheikh, akhi this one, akhi that one, this one, that one, Salafi scholar, Halafi scholar, half-based scholar, now he's saying this, now he's saying, so you need to seek out authentic ulama that you studied properly under reputable ulama, and from them you will take your deen. So as a Muslim, it is necessary to study deen, to get knowledge. And obviously, when you study the knowledge, you need to have, you need to have that conviction or that peace of mind that just what this person I'm studying from, he's a reliable person, he's a mutadayyan, he's a muttaqi, he's a pious person. Because definitely the effect of the teacher comes onto the student. So people who say that you must just study from anybody, pick up any type of clip here, there, anything. This hadith cautions us about this. See who are the authentic people who spend their time and the authentic ulama, and they've studied properly well. Read the hadith.
الله تعالى قال يا معشر الفقهاء استقيموا فقد استقمتم سبتا بعيدا إن أخذتم يمينا وشمالا لقد ضللتم ضلالا
Remember, we discussed this, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, that in previous times, if a person was a Qari of the Quran, it means it's not only like today we're separated. One is a person is proficient in the recitation of the Quran, but that doesn't mean he's proficient in the other understanding of the Quran, the Masail. But in the initial stage of Islam, if somebody was proficient in the recitation of the Quran, that it would mean he was also proficient in the laws of the Quran, etc. That's why I told you, as Umar radiallahu ta'ala anhu, it took how many years to learn Surah Baqarah? But that is with a proper, correct understanding. So here when you speak about Qari, you speak about the alim, right? That reads the Quran, knows the Quran, understands the Quran. So one of حذيفة narrated حذيفة قال يا معشر القراء a group of those who recite the Quran, استقيموا, you must remain straight, remain firm on the deen, do not waver from the deen. فقد سبقتم سبقا بعيدا, because you have gone ahead. You sabaqtu way ahead. وإن أخذتم يمينا وشمالا, if you have to wait, you have to waver, if you have to stagger from side to side, right? لقد ضللتم ضلالا بعيدا, because you are in the front, you are leading the way, and you are far ahead. If you're going to go to the right, you're going to go to the left, then you are plotting a road of deep misguidance, because everybody that come after you is going to follow you as well. Okay, let me send the, I'll speak to you just now. I'll call this now. Then you are going to misguide the people. They're going to follow you. So you have an extra duty. You have an extra responsibility to remain firm on the teaching of the deen, to make istiqamat. Read the next one. Okay. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. An interesting hadith. One Abi Hurairah narrated on the authority of Abu Hurairah. قال قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم. Nabi Sallam said to Sahabakam, تعوذوا بالله من جب الحزن. Seek protection in Allah Ta'ala from the valley of grief. You get the valley of waves also. This is the valley of grief. قالوا يا رسول الله وما جب الحزن. What is the valley of grief? قال واد في جهنم. It is a valley in Jahannam. يتعوذ منها جهنم كل يوم أربع 400 مرة. This is such a fearful, such a ferocious, such a terrible thing that even the rest of Jahannam, they seek protection. See there? يتعوذ منه جهنم كل يوم 400 مرة. That the entire Jahannam seeks protection. قيل يا رسول الله, يا رسول الله, it was said to him, وما يدخلها, and who will enter this? For who has this terrible place been prepared? قال القراء المراءون بأعمالهم. I told you Qur'an, when we say Qur'an in previous times, Qur'an means scholars. Those persons who recite the Quran, the scholars that are showing off for the Amal. Rawahu Tirmidhi, Imam Tirmidhi has this riwayat to the same narrator. وكذا ابن ماجة. Ibn Majah got the same riwayat, but in his riwayat وزاد فيه, but in his riwayat he got something extra. وإن من أبغض القراء إلى الله تعالى الذين يزورون الأمراء. Really from the worst of Qur'an, the worst of scholars, Allah are those who يزورون الأمراء, they visit the rich people. قال محارب يعني الجورة. Muharibi explains from his side, he said, Yani, those that are oppressive. So, okay, this hadith here is very, very clear that when you study knowledge, you gain knowledge, it is for you to practice upon it. It is for you to be guided and to guide others. It is not to impress other people, that other people must look at you in awe. Subhanallah, look how well he reads the Quran. Look at this person here, how he can speak so well. He can just quote the stories like this. He can rattle off and this, and so you impress people, right? That's why I told you always when you do your public speaking, etc., what intention? The intention means that here we are learning to speak properly. Why? So that we can call towards people, deen, we can be effective in calling towards. So, al-qurra'ul mura'un, those people who do, it comes in the Quran, alladhina yura'una wa yamna'una al-ma'un. Is this what surah is that? Right. So, the alladhina yura'una wa yamna'una al-ma'un. They show off to the people who are and they prevent the people from giving them. So this hadith, the very, very important hadith of making tasheehun niyat. What? Tasheehun niyat, in correcting your intention. So anyway, the bottom they got the references, but they got Ibn Majah got a summary, right? But they got something else. وَإِنَّ مِنْ أَبْغَضَ, the worst of ulama is what's to Allah Ta'ala, in the sight of Allah Ta'ala, who are the ones الَّذِينَ يَزُورُونَ الْأُمَرَاءَ. They visit and they frequent the company of the rich people. What does this mean? Does this mean that you can't visit a rich person? You can't be a friend of a rich person? What does this hadith mean? What it means is those people that, you get the powerful, the rich people, they want to use the ulama to get legitimacy for their actions. They, maybe they normally you get, if you got a Muslim country where the ruler is oppressive, he's oppressive to the people, he's subject him to heavy taxes, etc., etc. He does not fulfill the rights. Then you get the ulama that prop them up and say, no, you have to obey the ulama, you have to listen, you have to obey the rulers, you have to listen to them and what they are doing right, etc., etc. So here we're speaking about those ulama that to line their own pockets, what? To line their own pockets to get some type of dunyawi benefit, right? They will associate with the oppressive rulers and the rich people, and the rich people will take advantage of them to get legitimacy for their own actions. You understand? Because now this alim is with this person, you got this fatwa from this person, so it seems that what he's doing is the correct thing, and the alim is benefiting. He doesn't want to speak out because why he's compromised. He don't want to speak out because he's captured. He don't want to speak the truth. Why? Because he's not independent. He's in the pocket of the next person. So these scholars, what are doing? They're putting their self-interest in front of the interest of the haqq. They are afraid to speak the truth because they are compromised. Okay, read the next hadith. So, as an alim of deen, you must, as I said, although Umara is mentioned here, the hadith itself doesn't have anything, or the Sharia itself doesn't have anything against a rich person or a person in a position of power, but those people who abuse his position and then they want to use the ulama to gain legitimacy, to gain credit, and to legitimize or kosher what they are doing. So they are using the ulama. So the ulama has been cautioned they shouldn't be used in this way by people to legitimize the actions, the oppression, etc., etc. And alim should have independence and he should speak the truth. He should speak the truth no matter what.
وعن علي رضي الله تعالى عنه قال قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم مساجدهم عامرة وهي خراب من العلماء شر من
All right. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Interesting hadith. وعن علي رضي الله تعالى عنه, and the authority is Ali رضي الله تعالى عنه قال قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم said يوشك أن يأتي على الناس زمان أوشك يوشك is close that you will come upon the people. زمان is the fa'il, right? Such a time لا يبقى من الإسلام إلا اسمه, it will not remain from Islam except its name. ولا يبقى من القرآن إلا رسمه, it will not remain from the Quran except its writings. Masajiduhum amiratun, that the masjid will be populated, habitated. Wahiya kharabun, but in fact it will be kharabun, it will be bereft of anybody. Kharabun bereft min al-huda, from any type of guidance. Ulama'um sharru man tahta adim samai. The ulama, the scholars will be the worst persons. Adim, let's translate as skin. But here you mean like beneath the sky, that is on the earth, right? So the literal translation, علماء الشر من تحت أديم السماء من إنهم تخرج الفتنة, from amongst them the fitna will emanate, وفيهم تعود, and to them it will return. رواه البيهقي في شعب الإيمان. Imam Bayhaqi narrates this in شعب الإيمان. Without me going into the explanation of the hadith, what do you understand from this hadith? Something which is discussed several times before. Just on the surface level, what do you understand from this? What do you understand from this hadith? Rashid? Simple.
Qiyamah come close. It's Quran is the day of the end.
So everything will just be devoid of any spirituality. That's the first part. The outer sides of deen, the outer sides of Islam will be there, but the essence, the spirit will not be there. That's the first part. The second part is like I mentioned to you, if the ulama are straight, everybody will be straight. But if the ulama themselves are compromised, they are captured, they are corrupted, they are in the pockets of the powerful people, they're in the pockets of the rulers, the rich people, and they can't speak the truth, and they are themselves corrupted, everybody will be corrupt. From them fitna will come. Right? That is what it means in the surface level. But anyway, let's look at the hadith in detail. لا يبقى من الإسلام إلا اسمه. Okay, إلا اسمه. It means that's pretty simple. Now he's saying that, look here, that people will have Muslim names, etc. They will be even engaging in the outer actions of Islam, reading Salah, but it will be devoid, bereft, denuded of the actual essence, the spirit of Islam. And similarly, لا يبقى من القرآن إلا رسمه. So maybe the words of the Quran will be there. Taqwa means this, but will there be really that God-fearingness? Ilm means knowledge. There will be loads of knowledge, but are people practicing upon that knowledge? How many kitabs will there be? How much knowledge will there be on the internet? We know the word amanat, etc. But is there real trustworthiness amongst the people? So the words will be there. We'll know what it will mean, etc., etc. But will the essence, the hakikat, the reality be there? It will not be there. So I was saying it will be like a lifeless corpse, devoid of any spirituality. The masajid will be habitated, but it will not be according to Shariat. It will not be like what it's supposed to be for. The ulama were outwardly, who are supposed to be the guides, the leaders, to show the people the way, but they will be themselves devoid of any spirituality. They will be devoid of the true essence. Instead of, as I said, they will self be compromised, and they will be the persons assisting oppression, irreligiosity. Like sometimes the rulers, they got agendas. They want to modernize, they want to mechanize, they feel that in order to be successful, you have to modernize, you have to shed the conservative image of Islam. You have to have concerts, you have to have gambling places, you have to have alcohol places, etc., etc. And then the ulama are like dumb shaitans, they're silent. They can't speak out because they're afraid they will be incarcerated, they will be present. You're speaking about ulama that are captured, speaking about ulama that are compromised. So instead of speaking the truth, what will they be doing? They will be giving legitimacy to the nefarious agendas of the rich and the rulers. So they will create different type of fitnas. So yeah, the Sharia says this refer to what we term as the ulama su', the evil ulama that will come towards the end times. So see, look at that part. Ulama'uhum sharru man tahta adim sama'. So if a ordinary person, an ordinary individual, a member of the public, what you say, the laity, if they remain silent, although it is their duty, but I mean, their designated role is not that they're supposed to be guiding the people. So they're not falling short in their mandate. But as an alim of deen, his mandate is supposed to dispense guidance. He's supposed to proffer guidance. And now he's failing this duty. So these that will be the main cause of the downfall of the ulama, of the ummah, when they refuse to speak the truth because they are compromised. They read the next hadith. وعن زياد بن لبيد. Okay, this hadith also something similar to that, where the external is there, but the internal is not there. See, one Ziyad ibn Labid, narrated on the authority of Ziyad ibn Labid, قال ذكر النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم شيئا. Nabi was mentioning something else, and he said, فقال ذاك إن أواني ذهاب العلم. This year will happen when real true knowledge disappears from the world. So Ziyad said, Qultu ya Rasulullah, wa kayfa yadhabu al-ilm? How can knowledge disappear? Like we say to ourselves, how can knowledge disappear? There's so many books, there's so many kitabs, there's so much knowledge, there's so much in the internet. How can وَكَيْفَ يَذْهَبُ الْعِلْمُ وَنَحْنُ نَقْرَأُ الْقُرْآنَ? We read the Quran وَنُقْرِئُهُ أَبْنَاءَنَا, and we read to our teacher, Mukri, we teach it to our children, وَيُقْرِئُهُ أَبْنَاؤُنَا أَبْنَاءَهُم, and our children will teach their children إِلَى يَوْمِ الْقِيَامَةِ, until Qiyamah, so this legacy will continue. So how will knowledge disappear? وَقَالَ ثَقِلَتْكَ أُمُّكَ, may your mother lose you. I told you that or find you to be heavy. We explain this in detail. We don't take it, normally it means that like may you die, but doesn't mean like there's a literal explanation, but here it means like an explanation of surprise, right? ثَقِلَتْكَ أُمُّكَ, may your mother lose Ziyad. Ziyadu, in kuntu la uraka min afqihi rajulin bil Madina. Uraka ara yuri uri ura. Right? Uraka, that's a majhul. It means like I used to think, but it means I was shown that you will be. But that's not the literal translation, but it means I used to think. In kuntu la uraka min afqahi rajulin bil Madina. I used to think that you are the most knowledgeable persons of Medina. And here you asking a silly question. أوليس هذا اليهود والنصارى? Don't you see the Yahud and the Nasara يقرؤون التوراة, they used to read the Torah والإنجيل and the Injil, but لا يعلمون بشيء مما فيهما, but they not know anything which was in it. In other words, what he's saying is, look here, you speaking about the Zahir, just about reading the Quran and conveying it. And even the Jews, they also had the Zahir, they should read that. Even nowadays, you see now, if you see the clips about this war in Palestine, in Israel, you see the Jews, they're always reading the Torah, they're reading the prayers before they go into battle, they're reading. But what Nabi Sallallahu is saying, he say, a sarasari, it's apparent reading. Outwardly they are reading, but it is bereft of a true, proper understanding. Maybe intentional or unintentional. So even this was you speaking about reading and conveying, this was also amongst the Jews, it was amongst the Christians, but they lost the true essence. That's why they lost their deen. So you see, أوليس هذا اليهود والنصارى يقرؤون التوراة والإنجيل but لا يعلمون بشيء مما فيهما. They not really know what is happening in them. رواه أحمد وابن ماجه, Imam Ahmad ibn Majah narrates, وروى الترمذي عنه, and Imam Tirmidhi mentioned a similar thing from him, right? وكذا الدارمي عن أبي أمامة, and Imam Darami also have a similar riwayat, but his riwayat from Abi Umama, it is not from this narrator here, which is Ziyad ibn Nabib, right? So I was telling you, Nabi Sallallahu saying, see, we're not speaking about just reading and conveying, because the Jews, the Christians, they also read the Torah, they read the Injil, but they were not practicing upon it like how it's supposed to be practiced. They will tell you, knowledge coupled with practice. They had the books, they had the scholars, but they lost the essence, right? There was no amal. So this hadith is quite clear and is emphatic that with the acquisition of knowledge, a sound understanding, and the amal is imperative. Without that, it means nothing. How many injunctions of the Bible, how many injunctions of the Torah they are not practicing upon? So this was the prediction of Nabi Sallallahu, that it is not, there will be a proliferation and an abundance of the external knowledge, but the essence will be lost. Okay, read the next hadith.
عن ابن مسعود رضي الله تعالى عنه قال صلى الله عليه وسلم تعلموا العلم تعلموا الفرائض وعلموا الناس
سيقبض. يبقى سيقبض. اوكي.
الفتنة حتى يختلف اثنان في تربية لا يجدان أحدا يفصل بينهما. رواه الدارمي.
Right, interesting hadith بتاع something similar. وعن ابن مسعود قال لي رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم تعلموا العلم, study knowledge, learn knowledge, be instrumental. I told you, whatever capacity, you can't study yourself. Go to a madrasa online or be donating to a madrasa. وعلموا الناس and teach the people. تعلموا الفرائض. I told you the preferred explanation. Faraiz could mean anything which is faraj, but some ulama say they qualify it, it means ilm al-mirath. وعلموها الناس. Teach the people the deen. Be instrumental. Be like the rains. You know, wherever the rains go, generously it falls. It benefits. It benefits the ground. After the rainfall, what happened? Things come alive. The vegetation start growing. The birds start chirping. The animals come there. So it's the alim of deen. You go wherever you go. You drop your rain. You shower your rain. People will learn. People will start practicing, right? وعلموها الناس. تعلموا القرآن. Learn the Quran. وعلموه الناس. Teach the people the Quran. فإني امرؤ مقبوض, because I will not be here forever. If you look at this, we are coming to the end of the chapter, and here Saib Mishkaat, he brought the hadith about Maqbul. He's showing you that we're also coming to the end of the chapter. You understand what I'm saying? So for any Imran Maqbul, I will not be here. I will also be taken away. I will also be snatched away. Well, ilmu sayuqbadu. Knowledge also, you got sayanqabidu will be taken away. وَتَظْهَرُ الْفِتَنُ. So as we go, progress, we come closer to Qiyamah, then fitnas, trials, tribulations, it will become to such an extent that before the appearance of the Mahdi, things will become so degenerate. حتى يختلف اثنان في فريضة. Two people will dispute with regards to a first thing. Should we do this or shouldn't we do this? Is it necessary? There will be so low level of knowledge, right? لا يجد أحدا يفصل بينهما. They cannot find anybody even to make a decision between them two. Is this permissible? Is that not permissible? رواه الدارمي والدارقطني. Imam Darami and Daraqutni narrates this. Last hadith before we finish this chapter, inshallah. Read it one, inshallah. Right. Well, Ahmad wa Darami. So yeah, Alhamdulillah, we've come to the end of the chapter, and with this last hadith here, you can see Sa'id ibn Sa'd, you also impressed upon you that, you know, it's a good installation, but if you look at this hadith, the importance of making amal, the importance of making amal. وعن أبي هريرة, narrated by Abu Hurairah, قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم said, مثل علم لا ينتفع به, the likeness of knowledge which is not benefited from it, كمثل كنز, it is like a treasure لا ينفق منه في سبيل الله, it is not spent in the path of Allah Ta'ala. رواه أحمد والدارمي, Imam Ahmad and Darami narrated. They see you got maybe in previous time you got heaps of gold, you got heaps of silver, or you got diamonds, you got rubies, whatever, and it's just left in one corner, right? You do not use it at all. What benefit you as the owner of it? What benefit is you? You're not eating it. You're not benefiting from in the dunya. You're not spending in the path of Allah Ta'ala. You're not even giving zakat. You just die and you leave it there. It will go to your age. You haven't benefited from it in any way, right? So same thing. You have knowledge. You are not practicing upon it. You are not conveying it to other people. So it's as redundant as that. It is as redundant of that. So if you take the treasures, one is if you invest it, then it's dunyawi benefit for you. If you spend in the path of Allah Ta'ala, there will be ukhrawi benefit for you. You have to engage that money. You have to engage that treasure. You have to engage that treasure. You have to engage that treasure. If you just leave it in the corner, it is no dunyawi benefit and there is no ukhrawi benefit. So how do we engage the knowledge? By practicing upon it. You practice upon it and you disseminate it to other people, and then you will benefit from it, right? So the comparison is basically in this here that by just leaving that treasures in the corner is absolutely bereft of benefit. It does not benefit anybody. Same thing here. If your knowledge is just left, it will not benefit. So you must practice and you must teach people and you must learn. And then yes, I've been Mishkaat brings a beautiful statement here at the end before we terminate. He says, رضينا قسمة الجبار فينا لنا علم وللجهال مال فإن المال يفني أن قريبا وإن العلم باق لا يزال سبحان الله. So he terminates the chapter. We were doing the chapter of knowledge. He says, look how beautiful it is. رضينا قسمة الجبار فينا. We are happy with the قسمة الجبار, with the allocation of Jabbar of Allah Ta'ala amongst us. لنا علم, for us is knowledge. وللجهال مال, and for the ignorant people is wealth. فإن المال يفني, because verily wealth, it will perish one day. You know, you will die, you will leave it. An qaribin, very soon. وَإِنَّ الْإِلْمَ بَاقٍ, but knowledge, it will remain forever. لَا يَزَالُ, it will continue and continue and continue even in the akhirah. Okay, alhamdulillah, Allah accept. We finished the chapter of knowledge. Allah Ta'ala accept. Allah Ta'ala give us the reality of the importance of knowledge. Allah Ta'ala give us the reality of being instrumental in disseminating that knowledge. We got few minutes left here. We'll just do a little bit of tafsir for barakah sake. So tomorrow, inshallah, we're going to be doing Kitab al-Fitan in the second part. But just repost Kitab al-Fitan in Mishkaat Shareef in part 2, yeah. You must repost the PDF on the group for those people who are interested in joining, inshallah, right? Just open here where we stop, inshallah. What people do with the English or the Arabic? Huh? What people do the English? Okay, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. نحمده ونصلي على رسول الكريم. So we're discussing والذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات لا نكلف نفسا إلا وسعها أولئك أصحاب الجنة هم فيها خالدون. ونزعنا ما في صدور من غل تجري من تحت الأنهار وقال الحمد لله الذي هدانا لهذا وما كنا لنهتدي لولا أن هدانا الله لقد جاءت رسل ربنا بالحق ونودوا أن تلكم الجنة أورثتموها بما كنتم تعملون. So we're discussing that those people who done good deeds, right? And Allah says, look, it's not so difficult if the thought come into your mind. And how is it that we have to be restricted? We're going to live boring lives. You are not burdened beyond your capability. You are not burdened beyond your
pediatrics. He wants it urgently now.
You're not burdened beyond your capability. You're not burdened beyond your capacity. Allah Ta'ala has made everything easy. And yes, when there are extenuating circumstances, then Allah Ta'ala has made concessions, and we discuss the concessions. Like if you are ill, you can sit and read and pray. If you can't even sit and pray, you can lay and pray. If you got nothing to eat, if you are constrained, you got nothing to eat, you can even eat haram. So لا نكلف نفسا إلا وسعها. أولئك أصحاب الجنة. So those persons who done the good deeds, أولئك أصحاب الجنة, they will be the inhabitants of Jannah, هم فيها خالدون, and in it they will reside forever. Then Allah Ta'ala speaks about the bounties of Jannah. The first bounty of Jannah is what? وَنَزَعْنَا مَا فِي صُدُورِهِمْ. You'll have no malice, you'll have no envy. And I told you, one of the greatest qualities, even in this dunya, if you want to live a good, pleasant life, then you have to get rid of all the baggage. You get rid of the ill feelings. And we discussed this yesterday also. When you cross the full sirat, which will be the final hurdle. It will be the final hurdle, like how you say, come the 16th of December, now you're done for the year, you finish, final hurdle, now I'm going home. So that will be your final hurdle. And then, according to some riwayat, you will drink from a drink, and this drink will have that effect. It will remove all the ghil, all the envy, malice, and you will enter Jannah with a clean heart. So it was the first part in تجري من تحتها الأنهار. They will flow from beneath rivers. I told you from this we learn also that the most soothing thing, the best effect which has is the effect of looking and observing and moving and flowing water, whether it is the ocean, whether it is, as I told you, they said guys, the very, very big business people with the understress, they must have a fish tank, they must look at the water. That's a very, very soothing effect. So the same in Jannah, تجري من تحتها الأنهار, that the rivers will flow from beneath them, right? And then once they enter Jannah, they will say, وَقَالُوا, they will say, Alhamdulillah, all praises to Allah, الَّذِي هَدَانَا, who guided us in this. So that shows you also, thy guidance is in whose hands. Allah Ta'ala says, إِنَّكَ لَا تَهْدِي مَنْ أَحْبَبْتَ وَلَكِنَّ اللَّهَ يَهْدِي مَنْ يَشَاءُ. You can't guide who you want to, but Allah Ta'ala will guide, right? لهذا وَمَا كُنَّا لِنَهْتَدِيَ, we were not guided. We would not be guided لولا أن هدانا الله, if Allah Ta'ala did not guide us. لقد جاءت رسل ربنا بالحق. What our, in other words, our prophets, what they came with is the truth. Here we can see it. We've experienced it. This is that 9 para. فهل وجدتم ما وعد ربكم حقا قالوا نعم. That did you find that you are good, you will get Jannah. If you are bad, you will get Jannah. هل وجدتم ما وعد ربكم حقا. Did you find that which your Rabb promised you to be truth? Yes, definitely we found it to be the truth. So on that day, you will find the promises Allah Ta'ala has made on the tongue of His Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. You will find all those promises. You will find them to be haqq on that day. May Allah Ta'ala make us show us that day. وَنُودُ, which we call it أَنْتِلْكُمُ, that is the Jannah. أُورِثْتُمُوهَا, you have been made, you inherit it. بِمَا كُنْتُمْ تَعْمَلُونَ, because of what you had done. Okay, let us start the Arabic, inshallah. Bismillah. Read from there.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. لما ذكر تعالى حال الأشقياء فبذكر هذه
Right. لما ذكر تعالى حال الأشقياء خفف بذكر حال السعداء. After Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala had mentioned the condition of أشقياء جمع شقي, of the wretched, the unfortunate people, عطف, Allah Ta'ala brings بذكر حال السعداء, the mentioning of the condition of the su'ada. Su'ada jama of sa'id, of the fortunate people. Allah Ta'ala make us from amongst them. And who are they? Who are these fortunate people? Yeah, look at the explanation. Right. وَالَّذِينَ آمَنُوا عَمِلُوا, those people, right, who believed and they done good deeds. آمَنَتْ قُلُوبُهُم, their hearts had true iman. آمَنَتْ قُلُوبُهُم وَعَمِلُوا الصَّالِحَاتِ بِجَوَارِحِهِم, and they done good deeds with their limbs, right? So this is, remember, you go one verse back. إِنَّ الَّذِينَ كَذَّبُوا بِآيَاتِنَا وَاسْتَكْبَرُوا عَنْهَا لا تفتح لهم أبواب السماء ولا يدخلون الجنة حتى يرج الجمل. So we speak about the opposite of those people. ضد, unlike the ones, right? That's what we're saying. ضد أولئك الذين كفروا بآيات الله, unlike the ones who denied the signs of Allah Ta'ala, واستكبروا عنها, and they showed pride. نبه تعالى, Allah Ta'ala is pointing out, He's bringing your attention, He's drawing your attention to what? Yeah, and the imana, that iman and amal sahlun is very, very easy. So what I'm saying here is that I told you, it is, if you're not practicing on deen, maybe you're not reading your salah, or for a woman, maybe she's not covering up, she's not wearing a hijab. Say, oh, now you must 5 times a day, you must go take off you must roll up your sleeves, you must make wudu, you must 5 times a day, you must read salah. Or, and then this is haram, you can't eat this, you can't eat that, you can't go here, you can't go there. Now the woman thinks, imagine I can't dress like this, I have to cover my hair, I have to cover my face. So difficult. It's not difficult. It's fear of the unknown. It's not difficult. Like I told you, man naturally is always apprehensive about something that is unknown to him. Your first day in school, your first day in madrasa, you from Zimbabwe, you will come with a bus, I'm going to a different place, I don't know the people there, what's the condition there. It's the fear of the unknown. But if you look at it, ask a person who reads 5 times a day of salah, it's difficult to read. Ask a lady that covers her hair for the pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Ask a lady that covers her face for the pleasure of Allah ta'ala. Ask a lady that she doesn't do everything what the normal ladies don't do. Is it difficult? They'll tell you never. They say we enjoy it. We enjoy, we get sweetness out of the obedience of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So it's not difficult. It's not difficult. It's fear for the unknown. It is fear of the unknown. So as I show you, I say, يعني أن الإيمان أن الإيمان والعمل به سهل. It's easy. Why? Right. So it says, why it's easy? لا نكلف نفسا إلا وسعها. Allah Ta'ala created us. He knows us better. ونحن أقرب إليه من حبل الوريد. I'm closer to you than your jugular vein. Allah Ta'ala knows us better, so He knows what we are capable of. You know what our limitations are. You know what our capacities are. You know what our strong points are. You know what our weaknesses are. So Allah says, لا نكلف نفسا إلا وسعها. We do not burn a soul except according to its ability. And then Allah says, all right, and these are the people of Jannat, whom fiha khalidun. In it they will reside forever. Okay, Mara is here, and Mazim is here. So we'll stop there. Inshallah, we'll do the remainder of the Arabic tomorrow. Bas subhanallah wa bihamdihi.